Dear friends of the non-European art and culture, today I'm standing here with a new thing for me, because normally when I talk about an auction, you see some videos I did, some smartphone videos. Now I will just talk about an auction by the meaning of their website, and I will talk about an auction which I think is very interesting. It's the auction Living with African and Oceanic Art by Christies. It will end at the March the 11th, 2021, so in 5 days. And for me, this is a very interesting auction because of two reasons. First, it's the first online travel art auction by Christies, so they're really rookies. I guess very interesting. They're a rookie, I'm a rookie, okay. And the second point is that the prices are, for me, sometimes a little strange. They're sometimes very low. When I had the first sight on it, I talked about the auction with a friend of mine, which is a famous collector, and he told me these are prices like they were in the 1980s. So if you want to buy like it was in the 1980s, do it. Prices seems to be very low, but let's have a look at it. And here's the auction. I think it's more than 100 objects. It's from Africa, some of Oceanic, but mostly of Africa. You can see it here, and so on and so on. And I want to start with one mask which I really found very, very nice. This is the Punu mask. It has not the best provenance ever. It's not published in an old book, it's not published in an old exhibition, was not there, but it's a very strong one. It's a very cool one. Look at the face, look at the eyes, look at the hairstyle. My hairstyle, I have the Corona hairstyle still, but okay with the hairstyle. And when I saw it, I thought, maybe this is a thing for 10 or 20,000 euro. But now look at the estimate. The estimate is 2,000 to 3,000 euro, which is an absolute bargain. Now you can ask yourself, why is it so cheap? I think there are two reasons. First, of course, Christies wants to get new buyers. Yes, they want maybe young people who are afraid of going to the holy grail of a auction in Paris, a Christie's auction in Paris, but maybe they are not afraid of getting something via online. And the second point is, of course, they need traffic for this auction. Traffic means bids, bids, bids. And so this is very cheap. And if you look at the current bid, it's already at 10,000 euro. So I'm not the only one who really loves this mask. Another point, for example, another object is this Kota. It's 8 to 12,000. It's not a great Kota. Legs are okay, but not perfect. The face is okay, but not perfect. But it's a middle class, good one, and it's a really old one. I think it was collected in the beginning of the 20th century, so it's okay. You know, 2 or 3 or 4 years ago, there was a hype for Kotas. You could see Kotas on parkour everywhere. You could see Kotas on the Punu, and there was this fantastic Fang exhibition in Cape Rouly in Paris. So the price now is estimated 8 to 12,000, which I would say is okay, but which I even would say is not very expensive. And the interesting thing about this one is, I think more than 20 years ago, 25 years ago, it was sold at Raw for 120,000 francs. This is today at least 20,000 euro. So it was 20,000 euros in the 90s. Now it's 8 to 12,000, and you can even get it for 6,000. I think it's an okay price. If you don't have a Kota, take it. If you have better ones, leave it. That's the point. But I now will show you something which I would say this is the dark side. Yeah, the dark side of low prices. And this is this Malangan sculpture. It's for 10 to 15,000, and you can get it. The current bid is 8,000. So you can bid on it for 8,000. And you know, it's an old piece, really old piece, I think from Umlauf, so it's the 19th century. It's maybe not the best in the world, but it's a good piece, good object. The point is, you see, estimation 10 to 15,000. This was Native tried to sell it 10 years ago, and the estimation was 50 to 70,000 euro. They failed to sell it. Okay, that means if someone maybe who is not so a beginner in the travel art market, if he asks me, hey Ingo, what's the price of this one? I have to say, don't know. It's something between 6 or between 8 and 70,000. Between 8 and 70,000. I think his reaction will be first, this man is nuts, or he thinks that the market is nuts. And if I think there are some older collectors who have such objects, they bought it for whatever, 30, 40,000, whatever, and now they see that you can get it for 8,000. I think they will be very irritated, maybe even disappointed. That's the point. And if you ask me what I would have it on, I would say estimation 20 to 30,000, and you can bid on it with 10 or 12,000. Then more or less everybody would be happy. But okay, let's see it. But cheap does not always mean cheap, but a good pricing does not only mean good price, not always at least. For example, here is this Yaouré mask. Here is it. To be honest, I don't like it at all. Not because it's not authentic or whatever. No, I don't like this double face thing and this patina. It's not my cup of tea. And the price now, the starting bid is 3,000. You can get it for 3,000. And I had a look, and it was sold at Sotheby's, once again 35 in the 1980s, for about 8,000 euro. So it was sold for 8,000. Now you can get it for 3,000, which means, hey, it's a good price. On the other hand, when you look at the quality, maybe it's not so good price. So it's not only a price thing, it's more behind it. It's not so easy always with low prices. Another point is the last mask I want to show you, which I think was very interesting. It's this Fang mask. I have to say, Fang mask, because the Fang, they're so expensive. Normally good masks are so expensive in Giel. And if I look at this, I would say it's a very decorative item, but I don't believe that it was danced more dozens of times. But okay, dozens of times. But okay, it's decorative item. If you have whatever a Bauhaus apartment style, with a Bauhaus clean, and then this is a contrast, you buy this mask, would be great. On the other hand, for a very nice, very decorative mask, buying it for 3,000 euro is not really cheap, not at all. And this is a little not so easy with this auction, because the prices are not so coherent. You have some prices which I say they're okay, there's some prices where I say, oh, this is really expensive, and then you have some prices where it seems that they are expensive, but that they are not expensive, that they are with the low estimations, but they are not so cheap, you could think. So, once again, very interesting auctions. Interesting for rookies, but not for poor rookies, because sometimes you can get some items for too much money, but it is an interesting auction. And yeah, there are one or two objects which I would like to have. Yes, but I will not tell you which one they are, because I know when I say I want to have them, of course the price goes high and high. Okay, forget it. But let's have fun and see you next time. Bye.